Burks with the Burks team of RE/MAX professionals. And today, Jason Yearty stopped by our office with Azalea Mortgage, and I thought he could tell you about what's going on with the mortgage industry, about interest rates.
Yeah, Rebecca, thanks for having me. Interest rates fell this week, into last week to this week, we hit a 15-month low, which is great.
It's great news.
Yeah. And so what really caused that, because you might be interested to know, was really the thought that the Fed might lower rates in September. Now, that doesn't always have a direct correlation with mortgage rates, but what happened was, if you guys have 401ks, IRAs, you saw those account balances drop, which is not good. But what it caused was those investors to get out of the stock market and flood the bond market, which caused those mortgage rates to come down, just on the thought that the Fed might lower in September. So that was why that happened.
Yes.
So yes.
Well, thank you so much. So what are the rates right now?
Yep. So we're about 50 basis points less than we were a year ago. So a year ago at this time we were at 7%, and now we're at about 6.5%, 6.375 with some lenders too. So it's definitely dropped.
Well, that's great news, especially if buyers have been waiting for this to happen. It's happening right now. Are you seeing more people starting to get pre-approved, calling your office and saying, I'm ready to go now because of this?
Yeah, interesting we have, because we have seen, and you see this too, Rebecca, folks sitting on the fence saying, I really want rates to drop, and now that they have, it's caused people to say, hey, let's go ahead and jump in and find that house now because it's given them more purchase power because rates have dropped.
Well, and rates might go down a little bit more. So what if a buyer has a house under contract and the rates go down a little bit more while they're waiting to close? Is that an issue?
It's a great question. So the great thing with a lot of the lenders we work with, once we go into contract, we lock the loan, let's say we lock the loan at 6.5. If during that 30, 45 day period, while we're closing the loan, if rates were to drop, they allow us to what they call roll down that lock or take advantage of that rate dropping. So we can do that. And if rates drop to, let's say 6.25, we can jump in and say, hey, let's lower that rate.
And that would probably get some buyers a jump start in the market, because if interest rates do keep trickling down, we're going to have more competition. Because when we have more buyers in the market, we might get in that competition, competing offers.
Yep.
So this is one way a buyer can get in the market before prices might go up with this interest rate.
That's exactly right. I think it's a really good time to jump in if you've been kind of waiting to see what rates are going to do.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by today.
Thanks for having me.
Give everybody your contact information so they can go ahead and get pre-approved.
Yeah, again, azaleamortgage.com. You can reach me on my cell phone, 903-520-1697. Again, Jason with Azalea Mortgage.
And if you have one of those 8.25% loans that just happened a couple of years ago, you can refinance it as well, right?
Yep, we can. And really, it's a great time to go ahead and start that process of looking at, once rates drop even further, it's always nice to go ahead and know, hey, to get that process started now. There's nothing wrong with waiting.
Thank you so much for stopping by today, and thank you so much for listening to this video.